Property developers could be staring at a major tax relief following proposals in the budget to cut corporate tax for residential developers who focus on the lower end of the market. On this week's Transformers, KTN's Ivy Agina delves deeper to break down what this could mean for Kenyans in search of low-cost, affordable housing in the country, which is presently facing an acute shortage.
The housing sector in Kenya has been experiencing an artificial boom of sorts, especially in the upmarket areas, as growing demand for decent properties continues to spike.
Okay.
Real estate developers have been cashing in big time, with property being the best performing asset class in the economy, registering at least 25% return year on year. The growth in the property market is under the government's watch, as it is a major tax target that, if incentivized, stands to further address the huge revenue shortfall the exchequer bears.
I propose to gazette rules to facilitate in the implementation of this law, introduce a minimum taxable rent income of 12,000 per month, and empower the commissioner to appoint withholding tax agent for rental taxation.
As part of measures in the budget to spur the development of more housing units to cure the current deficit estimated at 200,000 units, is the move by Treasury to lower corporate tax for residential estate developers who focus on the lower end of the market.
I have introduced an incentive to encourage investors to enter into these sectors by reducing the corporate rate of tax from 30% to 20% for developers who construct at least 1,000 units per year.
Analysts argue that though the move is welcome, the incentive may not yield immediate desired benefits to developers.
So making everything taxable for VAT is a good idea. Exemption is not good for us as a country.
This is primarily because such projects are capital intensive with significant financing costs and tend to have a tax loss during the initial years. Other incentives unleashed to cushion developers were the removal of construction-related levies charged by the National Construction Authority and the National Environmental Management Authority.
The government is committed to reducing the cost of doing business and encouraging private sector innovation, entrepreneurship, and business expansion in order to have a strong and sustainable high economic growth and reduction in the poverty level.
Tapping into the private sector for housing is an idea the government is keen on expanding through the National Social Security Fund. Treasury has hinted at giving NSSF the nod to allow them invest in other vehicles specializing in low-cost housing. Another priority area for the government is the endeavor to improve take-up of mortgages from the current low levels of 20,000 to at least 100,000 per annum. Abi Agina, KTN Business Today.